Hi, I'm HARLEY N from BSIT 4A-NS, and today we're going to learn about the best practices in implementing core big data. Despite having the increasing evidence for the effectiveness of analytics, organizations should avoid getting caught up in exuberance and cautiously execute projects by following the best practices for implementing big data. Unlike newer technologies such as blockchain and the Internet of Things, big data has been around for a while and is proving its worth in a number of industries right from healthcare to manufacturing. An example of big data's contribution is the American IRS implementation of big data to increase tax and compliance and minimize fraud, which has resulted in the recovery of over $2 billion for the government. Results like these are becoming increasingly commonplace, making the implementation of this technology imperative for the sustained relevance of organizations. This has increased the worldwide adoption of big data analytics in the recent years. Choosing to implement the technology is a step in the right directions for any business. However, leaders should be mindful of the best practices for implementing big data. The five best practices that will ensure your big data implementation achieve improved business outcomes by keeping risk away. Number one, know what you want with the big data. The biggest mistake made by business eager to adopt new technologies is that they fail to focus on relevant business outcomes and just look for areas where the new technology would fit. This is potentially a recipe for disaster such as application may not necessarily be able to justify your investment in the technology. Businesses should begin implementing big data with a fixed problem or some problems in mind. Two, ask the right questions. When you know what you want from your big data initiatives, you will be more clear on the kind of data you want to collect and analyze. Three, foster collaboration between business and technology teams. Big data projects are generally viewed as IT projects that requires little or no involvement from other functions. Instead, implementing big data should be considered an organization-wide initiative to enhance overall business performance. CIOs should communicate this to the other C-suites executives in order to ensure their support. A CIO is also responsible for bringing together cross-functional teams to ensure a more successful big data. 4. Analyze only what you can use. The ultimate objective of big data is to generate actionable insights for the business. The key word here is actionable, meaning only the data that can enable you to take the right action should be valued. Collecting data that you cannot act on is wasteful and does not justify your investment in technology. Hence, while deciding on what kind of data to collect, you should consider if the data will allow you to take actions or help make better decisions. Number 5. Start small and grow incremental. Another mistake that business tends to make implementing new technology is expecting immediate transformation. Approaching big data with this mindset can set your project up for failure. Initial application being small projects that are sure to provide a high payoff for minimal risk. A series of small projects should be followed by increasingly larger projects. This incremental growth will ensure that build a steady momentum and become increasingly confident and competent with progressively bigger changes. And the 10 best practices for securing data will discuss by Wilborn Philip Areda. Thank you.